For number 2, we will find the derivative of each function. Part A gives the function f of x equals the quantity 2x to the fifth plus 2x cubed plus 2x quantity squared. In this case, we will use the chain rule, where you take the derivative of the quantity times the derivative of the inside. So in this case, we will have f prime of x equals, take the derivative of the whole quantity, so 2 times the inside, 2x to the fifth plus 2x cubed plus 2x times the derivative of the inside. And all of this is using the power rule. So we will take the 5 times the 2, so 10x, 5 minus 1 to the fourth, and then continue on, 6x squared plus 2. And that completes part A. Part B also uses the chain rule, but we first need to rewrite our function in order to continue with it. So this function, rewritten, is x minus x to the negative third, because it takes that x to the third in the bottom and brings it up, and still raised to the fourth. Now we can continue with our chain rule. So it'll be f prime of x, equals the derivative of the entire quantity. So we'll bring the 4 down, multiply it by the inside, and then take 1 off of our exponent. Then we multiply it by the derivative of the inside, which is 1 plus, because we have the negative times the negative 3x, and then subtract off that 1 to the negative fourth, and that's your answer. For part C, when we are dealing with a function that has a natural log, you take 1 over what is attached to the ln times the derivative of what's attached to the ln. So in this case, we will have f prime of x equals 1 over what's attached to the ln, so 2x minus 4, times the derivative of what's attached to the ln, which will be 2. For part D, this function can be completed using the power rule, which is the derivative of the first times the second, plus the first times the derivative of the second. What's different about this one, though, is when finding the derivative of e, it is itself times the derivative of what's in the exponent. So our two parts are 5x and then e raised to the 4x plus 1. So our derivative will be f prime of x equals the derivative of the first, which is 5, times the second, so it'll just be e to the 4x plus 1, plus the first times the derivative of the second. And again, to find the derivative of an e, it is itself, so e to the 4x plus 1, times the derivative of what's in the exponent, which comes out to 4. And that is how you complete the derivatives for these 4 functions.